Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
Check. How's everybody doing? Yeah, man, we come outside, you know. We're outside. We're gone. Let me check what go on there with the sound check. Testing. 1, 3. All right, sound crispy, clean and clear. Yeah. Sound crispy, clean and clear. All right, welcome in everyone. Welcome in, one and all. This is another episode on the coach's desk, and we trust that everybody is doing well and everybody is doing all right. Big up on yourself, you know, people. Yeah, man. So we come out fully Jamaican, you know, because we're fully Jamaican, you know. Yeah, man. Fully. You get what me I say? Welcome into Sandra Davis. Thanks for joining us. Is this Rachel? Big up yourself, you know. Welcome. Algie. Big up yourself, Algie, all the way up north. Christine Mullins, what go on? Welcome in. Who else is in the building? Tora, big up yourself. What go on? Auntie Dana. Big up yourself, you know. Big up yourself. Jazzy James. Where's this meat? What meat? Sulabel, big up yourself, you know. Cecile. I said New York in the building. Hey, New York are my place, you know. Big up the whole New York. Bronx, Queens, Long Island. You know, don't know no Brooklyn. Yeah, man. Mount Vernon. The whole New York. Big up on yourself. I want to say Bronx in our house, too. You mean Bronx of the day, man? Jose Fraser, big up yourself. Ragnum say Bronx in the building. Yo, Aviator, me have a bone, you know. Or a board, you know. You see, one time, yeah, address me, Aviator. Don't come size me up with no body when me give me opinions. You hear me I say? I have never been a wannabe. So me no want when you use any likeness or comparison, you come say me and another person. No. Don't do it. Do not do it. I'm an independent person. I think on my own. You see me I say? Yeah, man. Don't do it, Aviator. Big up yourself anyways. Shem in the building, principal there. Tony Green, what go on? Big up yourself, you know. Jackie Cochrane. Me know say London in the house, you know. Once me say Jackie in the building, you know. Big up yourself, Jackie. Virgin Small, what go on? I say Queens there. Me know say the whole New York in the building, man. The whole New York there. You see me? Big up New York. Yeah, man. Me see Aviator make a comment, you know. Wait a mistake if it's someone else, probably, you know. Probably me a mistake if it's someone else. But if I know you, just move along. If I you, just end the conversation. Hey, Anna, what go on? Big up yourself. Man say, why am I catch bullets? Audi. Where's the Florida there too? Big up yourself. Sandra. Or Sandra. Eldridge farm. Big up yourself. Me just Jackie, don't tell me that, you know. Don't tell me say you're just forward from Jamaica. I don't want to hear. People, you see me fully Jamaican. Come out in my colors because this is in solidarity with what the youngsters did at the NACAC championship. Yeah, man. Them go on a bag of things at the NACAC championship. Hold on there. That charger you're going like it and mess around. All right. I bet it not give no more trouble now. All right. Fix. MD in the house. Big up yourself, Raquel. So, hold on. LG John the only come for the shout out and gone. Oh, my word. Anyways, people. So, like I said, I'm fully clad in my Jamaican kit. Hey, you know, sir, this. My plan for God the World Cup in our people. I mean, I forgot. I have to just go and put it on because I don't know what go on this. I'm not to have to elaborate too much on that, you know. But I don't know what go on this. So no World Cup. So I just have to put on this. All right, Jackie, big up yourself. Big up yourself. I don't know it go. So, folks, the U18 and the U23 teams, they went to the NACAC championships and they did exceptionally well. Yeah, man, we have to big up the athletes. We have to big up the coaches for what they did. You understand? Especially, I have to talk about the circumstances under which the athletes performed. Yeah? From my understanding, is that the temperature in Mexico was very, very unfriendly, right? Because what transpired is that if you know anything about Mexico and you did, you know, your geography, all of them thing there, you understand that Mexico is some 2,300 and something feet above sea level. So when you talk about high altitude, you talk about Mexico, right? And you talk about the thin air that is there. You see me? And for the athletes to go out there and they perform, they win medals, gold, bronze, silver, even missing out on medals. We have to, you know, highlight the athletes because they did an exceptionally good job. Massive job from the athletes. I'm not able to, you know, go through all of the events that the athletes did, but we have to mention Alana Reid, who won the 200 meters, 22.29. Lavanya Williams, who was 22.40, albeit it was over the allowable wind reading, but nonetheless, they came back with gold and silver. That gold and that silver will not have the wind reading on it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm very proud of the athletes who went there. Kudos to the coaches as well. The coaches who were there, they did an exceptional job as well. Big up to the to both teams. You understand? In the 100 meters, Alana was second, and then Lavana was first. So they switched the tables, you know. And why I'm mentioning these two athletes is because they are part of our new gen that is coming up, and I believe that, you know, our athletics is in good hands based off the talents that we have coming up, you know. Or athletics future is in very good hands. I love to see how these athletes are progressing. Now we talk about the ones that perform at champs, and it's not always a linear progression for some of them. Some of them we're going to be having, you know, breaking through. Some of them will take a longer time. So we have to understand that as well. We have been watching the sport for too long to not understand that by now. Yeah. So kudos to every single person There were disappointments. People fell in race. You have Malia Duncan who fell in the 100-meter hurdles, but she won a medal in the 100 meters. You have the man that was touted as the favorite in the U18. That's Marcus Page. He actually had a mishap in the race. He was not able to finish. Yeah. So the athletes really went through. You have Shaquille Gordon who actually won the hurdles U23. You have Andre Harris, he was second in that one. Then you have Alexis James, who came and she won that 100-meter hurdles 13.08. So the athletes, they did well. Come on, clap them. Yeah, man, they did well. And again, the coaching staff. I mean, there's not much coaching the coaching staff could have done at that time, but they were able to guide, they were able to assist, they work assiduously to ensure that the athletes were on time for the event, that they were warmed up properly. All of these things, we have to give kudos to the coaching staff. You see me, I say, clap them again. Is this the clap? Hold on, let me see if this is the clap. Because we have to clap them, you know. No, that's the jump. You know, I hear the clap, dog. Yeah, man. Clap them now. You have to clap them. You see what I say? Clap them. I'll give them the jump roll. Yeah, man. Because they did well. You get what I say? Come on, let me see the chat full up of some clap and fire emoji, people. Quick and fast. We have to encourage the athletes. Some might be watching, some might not be watching, but I don't care. I'm here to ensure that we highlight what they have done. Micah McLean, big up yourself, you know. Natalia Thomas, big up yourself. Dwight Banner, big up yourself. And these are the only persons that actually clap in the chat, you know. Come on, man. Come on, man. Drop some fire emojis, man, and some clap hands, man. Come on, man. Yeah. You get what me I say? Yeah, man. Big them up same way Berta Yardi. You get what me I say? So yeah, folks. I'm happy for the athletes. You know, the junior athletes, they did well. We had some Quinella, we had some silver, we had some gold and bronze in different races. But it was a very good performance from the athletes. Yeah, man. Kudos to them. Kudos to them. Kudos. Yeah, man. Well done, athletes. Athletes who went to the U18 championship and the U23, I must say on behalf of the coaches desk family, we salute you and we, thank you for what you have done. You went and you represented the country and you did so in such a wonderful manner. You brought back medals for yourself, your coaches, your family, your district, you know what I mean? And for those who did not get the opportunity to get a medal, it is not the end of the road. That does not define you. The fact that you would have put on a national gear is a big deal. Some people have never gotten the opportunity to sniff at, not even buy it for themselves, and they are Jamaicans. But you have the honor of representing your country. That is a big deal. Yeah? Big deal. We know how sports go. We know you're not used to the temperature, the high altitude. So things can happen. Things happen, right? And you weren't able to perform at your best. But we still salute you. We still big you up for donning the red, the black, gold, and green. You understand? Big up on yourself. Big up on yourself. Big up on yourself. Again and again. Coaches, kudos to you too. Outstanding performance. And from my understanding is that the Jamaicans, they top the medal table. They top the medal table. Of course, nothing surprising there. You know what I mean? Good showing by the athletes. Good showing all round. Yeah. I remember, we understand that Jamaica is is the sprint factor still, but we are branching off in events that we were once never in. You get what I'm saying? And I must say, big up to the high school coaches as well, who have been putting in the work, who have, been able to, assess the situation, assess the athlete's ability, and, find that event for them. So we have to big up those coaches. Sometimes the coaches are not highlighted, but even if I'm not calling a name, big up yourself. Yeah? Even if I didn't call a name, big up yourself. No two ways about that. You have been working very hard. Right? You have been working very hard. Congrats again. All right. So that is that. No, that was not character Sumila. That was the NACAC championship. So the U23 and the U 18 were done on the same at the same championship, and Jamaica's team did well. Athletes really did a tremendous job, right? All right. So if you feel like you want to call in, folks, and big up some people, talk about the track and field, the line is open. The phone line is open as usual. We just have a look of vibes today. We're gonna be talking about the big machine. We're gonna be talking about some things. Track and field, we're gonna talk about. Now, one other senior athlete I want to segue in, yeah, and that is Kadrian Golson. So I see somebody in our chat when we met the video about Kadrian Golson, congratulating him on joining the big leagues, sub 9.9. A big leagues that, when you go sub 9.9, a big leagues in, he actually ran 9.89. Massive, massive, massive achievement, that is. It shocked a lot of people, right? And I didn't even know that somebody used to call the youth Kadrian Slowson. And him say him can't call him so again. So you see when athletes go out there and perform, it shut up some of the naysayers too, Yeah, man. So that person who had it to believe that he's slow, that man is a 991, 991 PB to begin with. And now he shattered that 9.89. Big leagues him gone, Hey, a whole heap of Jamaicans in that realm there, Sub 9.9, And to be one of the athletes in there, big achievement for Golson. You mean? Round of applause, sir. Sprintec at it. Sprintec at it. And I have to sip for it. The man pop him champagne over the Ed Murphy Classic. Big up yourself. Yeah? I think that argues well for him going forward. You see, sometimes an athlete just needs a breakthrough, And that breakthrough, right? That breakthrough definitely will give them some amount of confidence, some amount of what you call it now? Mental toughness to go and say, I've done it before, I can do it again. I know you're gonna have people that are that will say, yes, of course, consistency is important, and we need for him to be consistent. But remember, when athletes go into their PB realm, they are very vulnerable. So it's not for him to rush again and try to replicate that. If you're a seasoned athlete that continues to run those impeccable times, then it would have been a no-brainer for you to run it this week like a oblique civil and then got a Diamond League, go run it again. You get what I'm saying? So let us see how Kadrian progress. It doesn't matter what you think. If he want to be consistent, yes or no, the fact is that he has gone 9.89. That is a tremendous feat. You know the amount of athletes that are competing they have never gone sub 99. A big deal, this man. Big deal. Yes, and it is wind legal. Big deal for Kadrian Golson. You understand? So let's clap him again, man. The athletes are doing well, and you know that comes off the heels of Jonielle Smith too, you know. Jonielle Smith, she's doing well too. Jonielle Smith clocked at 10.89. And that is a tremendous. She has gone sub 10.9. And that is good. You understand? And Jonielle is so ripe, you know. 9-9. Sorry, 10-9. 10-9. Then 10-9 something. And then boom, 10-8. So quite frankly, Jonielle is in excellent shape. Excellent shape. You understand? Excellent shape. And with that being said, I do believe that some of these athletes are going to kick over the apple cart come next trial. Once they keep healthy, they remain healthy, do what they're supposed to do, I'm telling you, they are going to upset some stomach, upset some folks. You understand? But big up to Kadrian and the team over there at GC Foster College for wonderful job that they are doing. You know, you see, the fact of the matter is some clubs people might produce a little bit quicker than some. Some might take time. And remember, not everybody is at the same level financially in terms of the clubs. So we just have to ensure that we do our thing how best we can do it. That's why I know if a bad mind, nobody, you know, because you never know what they'll go through in order to reach to where they're at. Yeah? Don't bad mind. Don't be covetous. It's a bad thing. Don't hug it up. Throw it away. But don't throw it over yourself, because I don't want it. I don't want it. Yeah? Yeah, man. Big up on yourself again. So that is that. So I have to make mention of Sade McCreeth, the Canadian, with a little bit of Jamaican in her, right? She actually smashed the Canadian national record, clocking 10.86. Yeah, man, she did it in the prelims of the Edmonton Invitational. And I'm telling you, that was a fine run by her. She eventually, they went to the final and she was second, but she went sub 11 again, 10.95. Argy Ludic, she went 10.90. However, the wind reading at that time was positive 2.6 meters per second. So that final was not seen as a legit sub 11 time. But what she did in the heat, Sade, it was actually a national record because the wind reading, I understand, was positive 1.7 meters per second. Big run there from Sade. Simone Mitchell said Godfrey from Edwin Allen is a superstar. Yeah, man. Big up. What's her first name again? Is it Sashana Godfrey? Correct me if I'm wrong there, Simone. Yeah, man. But big up to the athlete. Things are looking up. You understand? Things are looking up. All right. No no combo, you know. Elaine no combo. Don't. Big machine no combo. Don't. Wanna say, folks, big machine on the combo. Drop some fire emoji for the combo big machine. Me now move on until me see at least 10 fire emoji. Yup. Let me see. Let me see what I go on. Let me see what I go on now. All right. Nobody no combo Elaine. All right. We can end the show then. One person combo Elaine. Two. Oh, look at the thing delay. Yeah. The four. Look like it delay. Drop a fire emoji, Abdul. Fire emoji, we say. Not a yet. Once we start talk about alien in the man, everybody ready, you know. Everybody ready. Once we start talk about alien. Oh, Tashana, not Sashana. All right. No, so remember that name, them man. Look. Dream Weekend. Yeah, me realize say delay for true. All right. So we see people 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We still need 2 more, you know. Still need 2 more people for drop fire emoji. Rico Willow. I mean, one more. Oh, one more. All right. Big machine. Hey, no wonder why me love use car analogy when it come on. You see, I notice some of the big coaches are most track and field coaches that are involved in horse racing. Yeah, man. I learned that what? Some probably 8 years ago. And then more and more I'm hearing about it. Well, I'm talking about the Jamaicans. I don't know about the others. But I think they invest so much in the horse racing. Because there was this gentleman, you know. This gentleman told us one time, you know, we're coaching, you know, some girls, you know. And he said to one of the other coaches that, yo, coach, let me tell you something. You see, anybody will have a little touch of Indian in them not fast, you know, coach. Them don't fast. Coach, them people that you have to waste of time with them people that. And you know, we look into it and we said, nah, man, we see, I think it was 1 or 2 we had in the training group. And big up yourself, Onika. And it was like, we look upon each other and I say, yo, what am I say? But we realized that too, the man was so much invested in horse racing. He was able to tell us some things, some jargons that were used in horse racing. And when he bring it over to the track and field, and we look upon it and we say, yo. And I so come start understand that a lot of these track coaches, they love the horse racing. I think it has a lot of similarities with track and field. So that. But me like it to a vehicle where I soup up. I like to liken it to, you know, vehicles that are actually, you know, souping up. You put, you know, tweak it and put in new different engine, or you add things to the stock engine to ensure that, you know, it gets into a different aspiration. You understand? So Elaine Thompson era, she said she went to the national trials after having a little niggle, you know, a tear, micro tear in her hamstring. She was able to put it back together, and she actually used the national trials to see where she's at. Yeah. Then she went to that meeting, continental meeting and she was able to win in a new season best 1091. Yeah. And then we see that huge announcement. Huge announcement, people, that Elaine Thompson era will be in Budapest. Yeah? Elaine will be in Budapest. And I was like, I wish I could compete against now because the field's stuck, you know. Yeah, man, a big bad field there, man. When we look on the field, we realize people say, yo, it's actually a stock field. You see me I say? I'm gonna put up on show now I'll go on. See it there? I don't know how much I don't know can read that thing, but it's written in whatever language that is. Hungry. So this is the meet, the Istvan Memorial that is held in Budapest, Hungary, right? So when we look upon it, we say Juju panelist, and we say Juju, whoa, and then Tina, and we said this is a rematch. You remember I talk about Oblique one revenge for that 100 meters they were lose. Yeah. Well, to me, it look like Tina I gonna go up against Alfred. And I said it in the video, Alfred tail is up at the moment. What do I mean by that? She ran the third fastest time ever in 200 meters. 0.10 behind one Jacko. Seeing? And she is on a high. Julian has had a different approach this season. She's saying now that she is not hunting. Well, she's not the hunted. She's the one that is hunting right now. So anybody in our way, she got just hunt them down. You see me I say? No, Algie, remember I said Tina got our quote unquote our medal at the World Championship last year, no. You see me I say? If it wasn't Melissa, it would have been her. But Tina sneak in and chop it medal from her. You see me I say? So of course. But then we see Brianna Lyston on the list too. And we say, oh, what really going on in this? No, man. A big old final this, a big old race this. Then when we look, we see Jonielle Smith, fresh from our 10.98. And we say, yo. And then, by looking again, Alien Big Machine Thompson era is on the list as well, folks. Now, you know the people I'm always going to say, wonder if everybody are going to show up. But normally, the continental tours them, I don't normally see nobody pull out. But there's a first for everything, don't? Yeah, man, there's a first for everything. So if one of them pull out, it's still a go nice. You see me I say? If one of them pull out, it's still a go nice. Big up yourself, Doreen. Seeing? So this is going to be, I believe, Elaine Thompson's toughest test ever since she's back. Now, you think Elaine is going at this meet to actually roll over and play second fiddle? I doubt it. But you think Elaine can beat this field? Many will say no. However, in Elaine's mind, She have a different idea. Me sip again. Let me sip again. I believe that Elaine, knowing the person that she is, Elaine a back down from no competition. And this is a good test. You remember last time when Elaine run a pre-Fontaine, and I say, yo, why Elaine did a figure pre-Fontaine? That is who Elaine is. Elaine is not afraid of competition. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, nine. Elaine is not afraid. That is what we have to know. A long time Elaine run. A long time when I watch tracking on, if you know that, you know. Elaine is never one to back out of competition unless something do her. See? And see she lose over Prefontaine the year when and she did run. And then boom, Elaine say, yo, I go over New York and run again. And of course, we know what happened in New York. I don't have to say it again. You see me I say? So Elaine is a tough cookie. And that might sound like it don't make no sense. Elaine tough, and she always, you know. But I think mentally she's a tough competitor. And yes, Algie, remember the last race that she ran, Brianna Lyston was in that race and she won. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be tough to beat Alfred. Even though Alfred 100 meters this season is 10.93, Elaine is 10.91. But the mere fact that Alfred went and laid down the gauntlet in that 200 meters, it tells me. And guess what, people? You see how me look on a racer from Alfred. You see the first 100 meters, and she said it in her interview, you know. It was a relaxed one, you know. She wasn't stepping off that curve at full blast. But normally, sometimes when athletes say them relax, you know, that means them are go extremely fast, you know. So that's another thing. But it's gonna be very, very difficult for Elaine. I'm wondering what would have been an objective for Elaine in this race. Is it to get a particular time? Is it to be placed in the top 3? Is it to win? Yeah? Or is it to just go out, run to see where you're at? Because sometimes these things happen, you know. Athletes, yes, it is sad to say, the athletes, they use the meets to test and work on certain aspect of their race. Don't get it twisted. They do that. These meets are a part of their training for the bigger picture. If the meet organizers, them never know that, no, them know. Yeah, man, they work on different things at these meets. But this is going to be a grand showdown. Because I'm telling you, with how Juju is right now, Juju has step on, you know. Juju ripe, you know. Juju tail up, you know. Juju in a immaculate form, you know. It's just for her now to execute in the 100 meters. And based off how Elaine has been very tentative out of the blocks, it's gonna be something interesting to watch, because if she doesn't improve out of the blocks, then she's gonna have to be playing catch up. But again, Elaine has that what you call it? Elaine has that tenacity, that top end, that definitely can produce for her. Yeah. We could say everybody in the race is not running to win, because every athlete, they go into these meets with different objectives in terms of working on different aspects or phases of their race. Now, if you are telling me that an athlete goes into a competition not to win, then you are talking fallacy. I don't believe that. Every athlete going on a race to win. Every single one of them. All the one where I run 12 flat go in at the race to win. Don't tell me that Pearl Bernard. Don't tell me that Pearl Bernard. Every athlete. Honestly, Oblique lose last week and owe him something there. Owe him feel the man not want looking at camera and do interview. Huh? Oh, no, talk some man. Come on, Pearl. Where y'all talk some man? The more you talk, the stronger she get. Last time you talk, you know. You say she now come back. And she's back on the track. She did a 200 meter run 22.6, first 200 meter in many years. Seeing? She come run 10.92 and 10.91 in 100 meters. Not pushing from the blocks, not being explosive. And you really write the comment there? And you really write the comment there? Me not want to call the name for highlight here, you know. But you know you may talk. You see the fact say sports are one of the only profession when you reach a certain age, people are tell you to come out of a game. Seeing? But when the Messis and the Ronaldos them are play, nobody now tell them to stop playing now. Seeing? And when the legislators and these people, seeing? Uno now tell them to come out. But a sports people don't have strength for. Uno are you guys, somehow uno, and the person know themselves. Me not talk everybody. The person know himself. Uno a bunch of hypocrites. We need to stop it. Make the people them decide to end them career when they feel like to end them career. Simple as that. If you're up on the corner, you talk and with your friend and them something there. Come public, come talk them thing them man. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. And not treat other profession like that. Eh? Disrespectful. The lady not even reach master's age yet. I y'all call the lady. And hey, you know, disrespectful, you know. And me I go there if it stand up for the athlete them, you know. Me know say some athletes them not like me. You see me I say? But me I stand up for them. Because that comment there is not warranted. Yeah, out order, man. Every time you come on a stream, you talk about the lady. You're not tired. Every time you type, she do well. Eh? Come on, man. Check yourself, man. What did you miss on your journey in life? What did you miss? And you want to take it out on the big machine. Come on, man. Too disrespectful, man. Exactly, Algie. You know much athletes out there run and now perform and they are quote unquote young, Gen Z, Gen X, and then now produce and perform like Elaine. How much of them gone sub 11 yet? Eh? Hypocrite. I don't think should have run the 200, Abdul. You see me? I don't think should have run the 200, you know. You can't make them. I not gonna support them something, man. You can't take it back because something where you right already. You can't take it back. It done out there already, you know. Or you have to take back something like that. I know something you can't take back. You're not gonna delete it. And even if you delete it, people see it already. We know you stay, man. You miss something in your life. You miss something in your life, man. Something in your life you miss out on, and you take it out on the lady. Every time we do a video, you have negative to say about the lady. Things that I don't know you a long time. Yeah, man. I saw you stay, man. What Elaine do you? What Elaine do you? Take it up with Elaine, man. Go in our comments, go talk to her, man. Go post pan her. Our fast Elaine is her internet name. And that's how you have to go talk. No, man, I not call him name for give him no hype, man. Go on Elaine's Instagram, go comment. Go on, go. That's how you have to go comment it. you will know what's up. Abdul, that is what I'm talking about. Only sports people, a lot of other or fans of the sport come and make disparaging comments about the athletes. You know how much people talk about Tyler Mason and Orlando Bennett? And the man they win medal last year. What if they were to listen to somebody like that person there? Yeah? And say they can go pack up on them something there. You know how much things Tyler Mason been through? And the man still trying to win a medal? What if he would have listened to some me not get down to that level there now. Them never have no ties when them a grow up, man. Yeah, man. Them never have no ties. No ties them never have when them a grow up. No much. How much are the young athletes them run 10.9 this season? How many of them? And the granny are run 10.9. And she did it twice. Not looking 100%. And she still are running. Does that tell you something? Does that tell you something, people? She's not at her best, but she still can churn out times that some people not doing. Some people wish them are do. Even the hottest Jamaicans them on the scene right now. She rub them. You see me I say? Elaine not to reach Masters League yet. Hey, let me tell you something, boy. You see, you have to understand the science of the sports, you know. Remember, Elaine for former years, you know, which was probably at high school. Seeing? She she did not go through the rigors probably of a solid training program. Or she might skip practice here and there and don't want to go out training on them something. You see me? So you see, Elaine training years, training age, it is not long. I remember she had a series of injuries being at UTEC MVP too, you know. So you have sometimes when she not compete a lot. So it still tells me, based off how she's competing right now and running, she might have a probably a solid 2 years. She have a solid 2 years. And she has been very meticulous. Very meticulous in how, you know, she has been going about running this season. She give her time herself space in between to do recovery work and all of these things. Yeah, me like that what them do. Me like that. She's 34. All right, Aviator, we hear you. But it's gonna be a very good competition. I'm not saying that she's going to win. I'm gonna make that clear. I'm not saying that she's going to win because she is she might have her objective differently. And that's why I see it's when we are talking about athletes, people talking about us hyping up athletes. And sometimes I can't understand. Because some people were around 9.72 and I say are them personal best when a big old hurricane there behind it. And people are hype up them there as them fastest time. And nobody talk about that, you know. I mean, notice we always running on the Jamaican channel and I talk about we love hype up people. All right? Remember, this is the hype section. This is the hype section. Me, I got tired for hearing me talk about the athletes them. So if you don't like it, just scroll on. Simple. Find a next channel to watch. Come here, I got talk about the athletes them. See, a Kadrian Golson we are talking about. No found a beat Kadrian Golson. And look there now. The man at the hot topic right now, 9.89. On no beat him. Same figure plan can. Same figure do decking. And look there now. What if these athletes would have given up when someone come on these programs at all? Don't come back, man. If you don't have nothing good for saying, come back, man. Please and thanks. This is an enrichment area. Yeah. Yeah, man, me I hype them up, man. But I don't like say me I hype up Elaine. We just talk about who she go face. How is that hype? Yo, sometimes I wonder if people just learn a new word. Them learn a new word and them just decide to say, we're gonna talk about it. Because I don't know how that is hype. That is not hype. To talk about the track meet that is coming up, who she's going to face. Nobody said she was going to win. Nobody in our chat. Seeing? People are looking at the possibilities. So how is that hype? Yeah, impressed with him progress, Doreen. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, you know, if a lot of these athletes give up, you know. If a lot of these athletes give up when some people just start negative. Look on Kimber Nelson. Kimber Nelson is back on the rise. A little Shelly. Kimber Nelson now come out of the something there. See it? She come out of her shell and she do her thing. You see me I say? It's a very good question. But me I go hype them up in a Angie. But the fact is that such person I say me I hype up Elaine when we just talk about who she go face. Me not understand where the hype is in that. We just have all advise that talk about the meat. Oh no, hype up Elaine. Why it hurt to know so much the decision what the lady make? Any decision any athletes make, you know, they have to deal with it, you know. We are going like say, yo, I feel with business and they hurt we. And them have to go deal with it. And them have to go deal with it. Consequences. When athletes go overseas and them have to run, come back to Jamaica, and people are say they make a bad choice, people are say they make a good choice. When them come back, a good thing them come back. And them have to deal with the consequences. The athletes them that decided to go to Turkey, right? And things look like it in a limbo right now. They have to deal with those consequences. We watch the sports, we love the sport, but what we can do? Athletes and team make decision, man. But I'm telling you, if you have anything to say to the athletes, they have their social media account. Just tell me which athlete you want to say something to. And Aviator, I know sir you, man. I think I know sir you. They, you know, say what you say, the comment is still there. But me I say, don't mix me. And me say what me say. Don't mix me. I made a comment. It had nothing to do what you are insinuating. Don't mix me. I just that me I say. If the athletes them want to say something going over your people, them account go say something, man. Why are you afraid to go over your account them go say something? You have a more stock here, so you know, and you not going under their account go say nothing. On a coward. Rob Smith, you're a coward. Rob Smith, you're a coward. Wanna go under them social media, go type on just type in here, so. On a coward. Because I'm afraid of blockings, yeah, man. That I'm afraid of. I'm afraid I wanna get blocked. So you hold on, Rob Smith. No. If you feel like you want to use a public platform to disrespect me, but you not say it on my platform, that is how is that being respectful? Man, tap nonsense here, man. As me say, big coward. Because on a compound coach's desk, can say what I say about the athlete, and on a now go upon them profile go say it. Why? Tell me why. Why? You're saying it is because you're being respectful? Nonsense. Rob Smith, you're just forward here. Did you see what the person write? You're just forward. Bill yourself. Remember, you know, I am for criticizing athletes. I criticize athletes. But what I do, I criticize their performance on the given day. So if them block you, so what? So go on them comment, go say disparaging things. Or you know want to disrespect them on them page, but you want to disrespect them here, so. I give my views on what the athletes do on a particular day. So if an athlete run and they run good, me talk about it. If they not run good, me talk about it. But me not go diss them and say, yo, them if stop run, hang up them spikes, them not good. I criticize the event that they just did. I mean, not telling them if it be like me, but don't say nothing disrespectful here. Go and tell them. Just an encouragement me I go. Go and go tell them, man. Because me I go talk about it if me see it. Yeah, Corey Bennett is coaching Alana. Why Idle folding? Some whole heap of financial issue. The government has taken it over. Idle is going to be merged with Cumberland High School. Okay, Daniel. All right, let's move on. The message must have been sent now, man. Yeah, man. Rob Smith and his friend then can go tell the athletes them. When you go over Elaine page, go tell her, make sure deal with it. So, all right. Gary Card will also be performing at this meet. Gary Card will be performing at this meet. No, all right. See, we'll get a call in here. Welcome to the show. You're live.
Right, Coach. Good evening, sir.
Evening, sir.
I have to call you because I get too hot on the color now, so I have to kind of change the pace a little bit.
You know, me just not gonna switch now, but go on.
Anyway, still, bless up to everybody. Congrats to the team, the young team, at NACAC.
Yeah.
Still shows that we're dominant in the region, Although the US never seen a team still, but that's their business, not ours.
Yeah.
We compete against who we get,
Mm-hmm.
I noticed something though. I don't know if you have any answer to it. That the under 23s jump out of a lot of the relays. Is it related to anything specific, or is just
all right
people conserving themselves?
From my understanding is that the high altitude was very bad on some of them. A lot of them were sick. So I guess people didn't want to double up. You understand?
Yeah. Okay, understood. But they still did extremely well. It just shows the depth of talent that we have. That boy, we just need to find a way to continue to preserve it and make sure that our athletes have every opportunity to run races and to compete and to recover and all them things. Because I don't think sometimes we realize how important the track and field is to us. It's very important to us, and we have to really do everything to keep it, on the right path. You know what I mean? Switching subjects a little bit, Coach. You there?
Yeah, man. Me hear you, man.
Yeah. Shane Thompson. I'm worried. I don't know enough to be worried or not to be, but I am worried because we haven't really seen him all year. And then with condolences to Coach Francis, first of all.
Yeah, man.
I forgot to mention that, a real giant in the business,
Yeah, for real.
Gone too soon, but that's life, But I'm concerned about Kishane. I'm not sure what his path will be. When a coach take somebody like Kishane, who never have no track record or anything before, and kind of have him on them wing, you don't know how the athlete going to take it. They can take it very detrimental to them and really fall off big time, or they can be so motivated that them look into what the coach was saying and try and think. But I don't know what's happening with him. You don't hear anything on him when he's running again or anything like that, or from training or anything, because it's been radio silence with him.
The last thing I've heard is that the niggling shin issue that he had that came upon him.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the last thing I heard. and then after that, he
Okay.
him coach pass on. So I mean, of course, he's not taking it well.
Yeah, yeah.
But like you said, it can be a motivating factor, or it can be a very difficult period, you know, because this is a transition for him.
Yeah, yeah,
He has
yeah.
been at MVP for quite some time under Frano's tutelage. Frano
Mm-hmm.
really manage handle Kishian. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So I am not certain what is going to happen. We have to just hope and pray that everything goes to
I,
to
and I
plan.
think I a lot of one of my saving graces why I am not as worried
Mm-hmm.
as I would be. One thing about MVP is that they're a very bright club with a man like Bruce James at the helm. I believe that knowing, because I mean, obviously Fran has been sick for a while and nobody was told in the public.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, it's something going on for a little while now, but we never hear.
Yeah, man.
And I have to believe that Bruce James and the team have already sat on and crafted a plan for the way forward to make sure that there's continuance. I don't believe that them going as far. And you see, the thing is, so many coaches have come under Fran and I've learned his techniques and his ways. And Frano's main thing, from what I've learned and read about him, is his constant reading and re-upping his knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe what something like it can convince a lot of the coaches under him who have worked on him, or even some of the athletes, to start to take them craft even more seriously and to read more and to study more and to understand the body more and understand the whole machination of the track and field world and how to get better. So I'm hoping that becomes the norm more than the exception. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that a lot of the athletes under him and even the coaches who coach on them will remember what he did and start to take it more seriously in that regard. Not to say that they weren't before, but understanding that whole science of the thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because even the twins, I'm not even so worried. I think the twins are going to still be able to, you know, move themselves forward. Sometimes a coach dies, you remember certain things that can motivate you. Some people it may demotivate, but I just life, man. I have to keep pushing. You know what I mean? Which I can feel too big to end just so which I can feel is never predicated on any one person. So I keep pushing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that is pretty much my contribution. I don't have much else to say than to wish the athletes them all the best for the rest of the year,
Yeah.
and see how things pan out,
Yeah, what do you think
They're
about
doing well
Kadrian
this
time?
year. Oh man, I loved it. I'm a fan of Kadrian without knowing him personally or anything. I just like his physique, how he runs, and his humility and thing. And I just feel like he's a guy where I honestly feel like he's a guy who can go out there and just one day do something crazy. But my only problem with him is that, and I don't know if it's a problem per se, I don't know what his training cycles are like, etc. But he's inconsistent. And I don't know if it's a confidence issue or a fitness issue. But he just seems to me like the kind of person that have natural speed in him. That if him really believe in himself, it's almost like a Kemba to me.
Yeah.
When I look at him, I think of Kemba. The two of them are supremely talented, but I think sometimes they may lack the confidence, the self-confidence, and the belief that them can do it. But once them get it, because look at Kemba now. Kemba get back that belief, and it's like he's a different person every time he touches the track.
I mentioned it
and I love to see that. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I feel the same way about Kadrian. I really feel that Kadrian for me should be in our top 5 and possibly in our top 3 to always make a team. But I just feel like sometimes maybe it's him confidence make him don't like put out and deliver all the phases the right way. But I believe he has the ability to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And I really, really or 100-meter runner.
I believe his 100 is better, honestly. I think his 200 can be good, but I don't think him as consistent over the 2 or strong over the 2. I'm glad you bring up that, and I don't think I'll get run off the foot. I need to talk to you about something else too. our 200 meters. I looked at the NACAC meet, and especially the men. Our 200 meters seem to be struggling, coach.
Yep.
Whereas we're running fast 100-meter times, we don't seem to have as many 200-meter runners that are consistently delivering big times. I don't know what is causing that. Is it that they're not running enough 200s? Is it that they're not running the phases properly? What do you think is the reason?
Several things could contribute to that. I cannot say it is one reason for all athletes, right? Because different athletes they tend to do well at different things, and it depending on what their training program is. For all I know, though, is that if you're a 100-meter sprinter, most of the times you do over distance training, which includes 300 meters, right? And the problem could be some of these athletes are not pushing their threshold in the over distance.
They're not doing enough with the 200, the 300 and
the 300 and the 250s and all of that. So it could be a mind block thing too, because everybody wants to heap up in the 100 meters, because it seemingly is a shorter event. It has more glory, it has more limelight, So I'm wondering if it is a mentality more than anything else.
And the crazy thing about it is there's a space in the 200 always, because we don't have as many good 200 meters. We don't have a lot of 19 runners, to be honest. I think the only 19 runners, we have one, Brian Lavelle.
Yep.
We don't have nobody else running 19. You know what I mean? But it seems to me that it's an open space wherein the 200 is stacked with the obliques and the Kishen and Akeem. You have an opening in the 200 meter always to make a team. Why not push that? I don't know. I don't know what is stopping us.
And like I say, I think it's more mentality than anything else.
Yeah,
definitely. I think it's mentality more than anything else, because I don't believe that these coaches are short-handing, wanting of a better term, the training program. I don't believe that is happening. Right? And once that is not happening, then quite frankly, it's the mentality of the athletes. They probably don't want to try it, because even I hear people talking about some of the athletes who, are moving from the 400 meters to the 100 and the 200. Why is that happening? Because again, we're short. We don't want to, mess up the 400 meter cycle and all of that. But sometimes these athletes, when they reach a certain age, they don't want to do the training for the 400 meters. The 400 meters training is very tough.
With coach, we need to study. Maybe we need to study the US a little more. I'm moving on to the 400 a little bit. We need to study the US a little bit more, the 400 especially, because the US dropped 44s at all age like it's joke. Like it's a 46 or a 47. We're seeing 17, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds. Like every race that they're running now, you can have 4 or 5 guys easily running 44s. We need to figure out, even with our training, because we had 144 run at champs, and we have not had one since. But I would suspect that we should have more 44s being run, or close to 44s, 45 lows at champs, because clearly the body has the ability to run that kind of a speed at a young age. We're just looking at the US example. You know what I mean? I don't know what is happening, with our 400 meter runners, but we're not seeing that kind of.
Well, let me ask you this, Berto. In the US system, do many of the 400 meter athletes, do they do the 4-2 double, or they just concentrate solely on the 400 meters? That is another thing, because when you look at our athletes preparing for the 400 meters at champs, most of the times they are thrust into the 4-2.
4-2 double, yeah.
And that is very, very strenuous on them. Plus, they have to run the 4x4 And some of them might be on a 4x1
4x1 too.
as well.
Yeah.
So it could be
Well,
the preparation, because you know you have
that's
to
a
go
good
deeper.
point.
You have to go deeper if you want a lot of endurance for the multiple events that these athletes are going to run at champs. So they tend to probably go longer in terms of doing 600s and all of these things. The Americans, they don't do those stuff. The Americans, they go for the 250. They go for the 350. They might go 450. Some might go 500s. But they just, it's all about speed for them.
It's all about speed. They put the speed in it. Because I look at the Americans run, and the speed distribution over the 400 meters is ridiculous. I mean, at all ages. I mean, I just watch it just for the enjoyment of it. I love the sport. But when you watch how they distribute that speed across the 400 meters, in other words, when I look at Antonio Watson, I love him, a great kid, great athlete. I have all the respect in the world for him. But when I watch him run, but then I watch one of the young Americans run, you can see the difference. The Americans don't seem to drop their speed when they're running. In other words, there may be a point where the speed drops, but you don't really notice it. It's not as noticeable. Like when you see Antonio literally start jogging, and then you see him pick up by around the 250 mark to carry it home. But the Americans, when I watch them run, when I watch even that Quincy Wilson run, although his style is so weird, but a lot of the other youngsters I've seen run in America, I don't see that drop off in the speed distribution. It seems to me like they're running from the jump. Them speed distribution is out there, boom, 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 all the way around. That is something that I think we need to look at, because I see too many of our 400 meter runners who learn this thing of jog out early and then take it home. But that's not the 400 meters anymore if you're not sprinting from the start. Like I said, the 400 meters is a sprint now. If you're not sprinting from the go and managing that sprint distribution all the way around the track, you can't beat nobody today.
Because you have a different way of how to attack this 400 meters, because you have, like you talk about the distribution, you have different athletes and coaches that will have a race model where they go out for the first 100 meters, or they try to run. You see, it's all about pacing too, when you are able to run and distribute your speed enough that the first 200 meters is at 20.9 or 21.0, 21.4. You'd have been used to that over the training program now. So whenever you touch the track and you run a particular first 200, say, yo, am I in the realms? Should I turn it up a little bit? Should I turn it down on the corner? Then I finish stronger home. So I think it's how you distribute it. You have some people too, they go for the first 250. You have some go for the first 100, 300. Then they just blast home. So it's like a build up, to unleash that.
So coach,
different methodology for
the $1 million question is this, coach. The $1 million question is simply this, then, coach. And again, you're a coach, so you can answer this, I would hope. Are our coaches in tune to the modern methods of running the 400? And are they instructing their charges of the best ways to run the 400 so they can get the best speed distribution, therefore the best times? Is that what is happening? Are we still using methods of the old?
Yeah, and you're perfectly right. I don't believe that we are in tune, because if you notice, most of our 400-meter athletes that run fast, they are on a speed-based program. When Rasheen McDonald run fast, 43.9, he was on a speed program. When Bloomfield ran 43, he was in the United States. When Antonio Watson won that world championship, he was on a sprints program. So
because he started that year off running mostly 200 meters.
Yeah, and I don't believe that our coaches, and this is no disrespect, I think our approach to the 400 is totally different from what the Americans do. The Americans deal with it different. And another thing too, I believe I did some digging when it come on to this, You see, when it comes on to the 400 meters, it doesn't matter what age the athletes are. You see, what's his name? Jahil Hyde posted
Quincy?
a video with his daughter
Jahil
running 1 minute over 400 meters, and she's 9 years old.
Yes, yes.
These kids doing the 400 meters, they are brave when it comes on to being in America. They are not afraid to run the 400 meter, one script. So they build that mental toughness to go into that event too. So it's not only the training program, it has to do with the mentality.
It's the mentality. But you're so right, coach, because when you mention that issue, again, I remember I mentioned to you earlier that I came up from the 80s going to high school at Calabar with England and them man there. And when you used to watch the 400, I wasn't a tracksman. I played other sports, but when you used to watch those guys, the main thing of the 400 was always you go out slow and you pace yourself, and then you run on the end. And I still believe that we're still utilizing that kind of running. Whereas, as you have said, when you look at the Americans running at all ages, they're running the 400 like a sprint from the jump. They're getting out fast, and their body have become so accustomed to doing that from young that they're able to hold that speed and carry it home a lot better than somebody who learned the sport running slow at the beginning and have to pace up at the back end. We have to. Why are we not? So why are we not? We have all of these meets, right? All of these upcomers, what you call them? All comers meets, whatever. And I always get so annoyed when I watch them, seeing the races going from 47s to 49s to 50s. And I'm saying, you mean to tell me that none of these people in these groups, none of these people can learn the 400 the right way, where they can run it as a sprint, or we can start to see more 45s and more 44s at these meets instead of all of these 50s and 51s and 49s and 48s. I mean, if you're running 48 in the 400 meters as an adult, you have to pack it up, man. What's the point? Unless you plan to change the way you're doing it. Because there's no, I don't see any changes in your running if you're running 48 as an adult. Am I right or wrong, coach? Am I being harsh?
I mean, it's probably too harsh, yes. But when you look at some of these athletes who are in those events, you have people who improve as the season progresses. And I'm not saying that they're approaching it the correct way, because it's an eyesore to look at it for real, right? Approach just need to change. Simple as that.
Yeah, simple as that. Let us start to do it the way that.
Hold on. I see 2 comments. One from Juliet talking about Chippy don't sprint all out like the Americans. And then Abdul is saying Pauline and Chippy come out slow. And that is not true. Let me clear that.
That is not true.
If they come out slow, if you notice they are with the field, that means the field is not going out slow. Pay attention to that, folks. Don't just talk about them just running a full blast 400 meters. No.
What we have to start looking at, which people are missing up, and you said it earlier, look at that first 200, time that first 200. If that first 200 is coming at 20 point something, then you know Chippy does not run the 400 slow and then pick up, but he has a very fast kick at the end, which is why it looks like he was running the first part slow.
Berto, if they go back and look at his personal best, 43.4 that he ran the last meet, if you split him race, exact same time, him run the 200.
Exactly.
So that is not slow.
Exactly. It looks slow to you because he's so smooth with it, but he's not running slow. The main thing in a coach is the distribution of speed.
Yeah.
There's an almost equal distribution of speed, which is what I'm saying. You can't have a 400 where you run 22 for the first 200 and then you're going to run a 20 point for the next 2. That's not going to help you.
That is not going to be distributed correctly. And look at what Dejanae Oakley said too. Dejanae Oakley said she has to improve her race model, and that is what also Antonio Watson is trying to improve. Remember, Antonio Watson had this slow and then try to blast, And him thinks that gonna work. No, that cannot work now. What
It can't work.
What Dejanae Oakley said is that she has to ensure that she stays as close as possible with the pack because she cannot only rely on her last 100 meters, which is the strength of her 400. So even people thinking that Shippy is going on slow, no, Shippy is right there with the pack.
Shippy is not going. Anybody who's not watching the race properly,
huh?
Shippy is not watching the race. He's going out fast. It's just that it don't look like a blast because he's not trying to run past everybody.
Exactly.
Him trust him speed enough. He trusts his speed enough that he knows he doesn't have to beat everybody off the first 200. He just has to be there and distribute his speed evenly because his closing speed, he doesn't fall off at all.
Right. And Damian said in the chat, he said Shippy's speed is so superior. So he's looking relaxed doesn't mean he's not stepping. And he's stepping.
Yeah.
He's stepping. Because remember I saw some top guns in my run with, you know. You think that Shippy
and making them look easy.
Exactly. You think him can go slow and try to run back on a field. Them are gonna left him.
But you know, coach, look at Nakisha Price. That last race that she ran, the last Diamond League she ran, where she finished, I think she finished 4th. If you notice, her race model was changed a bit, you know.
Yeah.
Because she's also one of those who normally go out a little bit slow and try to run on. And you saw her do that with Aliyah Butler. And she got her. But she can't do that with Paulino. So she tried to go out faster in the last race run. It's just that she don't have the Paulino 48 speed yet. But I think she'll get there. But to me, that is the crux to it, coach. And I wish we would start the coaching our athletes in that way. The speed distribution is so important. You know what I mean? Because if you can distribute your speed evenly, then the stronger person at the end will get it and you'll get a better time. But you can't be running this pedestrian jog out of the blocks foolishness. That a 1980 is something that's dead now.
You know why it cannot work? It cannot work because of the quality that we have in the event right now. You can't.
Exactly.
When you're way better than the field, you should get away with that. But because people are running 44-2, 44-1, 43 high at will, you cannot take a risk with that.
But the answer to that, coach, is simple. It is also the understanding that the sport has changed. Wherein the 400 meters is not a long distance race, it's a sprint.
It has never been a long
distance race. And if you understand that, you'll treat it as a sprint, which means that from you jump out, you're jumping out sprinting. But I think we grew up a lot. I know in my days, we consider the 400 a long distance.
Yeah, but it is not.
It is no longer a long distance because people have understood that.
It has never been a long distance.
Well, you're right. It's never been. You're right.
400 meters is a sprint. And until we realize that, but you know, to add to that, to Berto, even if you have a good race model, but you don't have the talent in the event, you might have issues, you know.
Well,
if you notice,
the talent is
important.
Lot
of these people are talented. And like I said, it's a mentality because, we start run fast because we got all for sports. You see, Pitney run sprint race. Everybody wants to run at 100. Who are the fastest in the school? So we have that mentality to run shorter sprints. The US have the mentality because they have always entered that 400. They're not afraid of the 400 meters.
Yeah.
The Jamaicans are afraid of the 400 meters. And you see this thing where champs need to change that, where the class 4 cannot run these events, the 800 and the 400. We have to change that. If they are doing those events alone, let them do that event alone. Because if you have 90, they run 800 and 400 meters at primary level. So why when they come to the high school, they cannot run those events? That need to fix as well.
Yeah.
So when the athletes reach the high school, they used to run the 400. A coach will carry them over to the long jump, to the high jump, to the hurdles, and to the shorter sprint, and they become better at those events. They're not going to want to go back to the 400 meters after missing
the 400 meters. Yeah. Coach, We have we have a lot of work to do. We have the basics that can make it happen, but we really have a lot of work to do. We have to start to, you know, think differently about certain events. You know what I mean? We really do, and at least need to stop. We need to stop this thing of packing up everybody in the 100 meters. You know what I mean? Get brave, man, and move on and move out and try and go into the other events that need you. Because we're oversaturated in the 100-meter sprint, and we're undersold in the 200s, the 400s, the hurdles, the long jump. You know what I mean? I look at even the athlete that I call a Serena Cole, and I'm saying to myself, you should just try and focus on the long jump. Because we have enough sprinters and we need the long jumpers. If you're good at long jump, why don't you just focus on that? We need more athletes in some of these other areas. And I'm not saying she's not going to do within sprint. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to her, but I'm saying we need to stop thinking that the only thing you can focus on is the 100 meters.
Yeah.
We have too many other events that we have the talent to be good in, but we're not being good in it because the athletes are trying to run into the hundreds.
That is true.
You know what I mean? Anyway, I've spent a lot of time more than I should. I need to give some other people a chance.
Yeah,
so,
man. Yeah, man.
Big respect, coach.
Right,
nice conversation.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Cool. All right.
So Stephen Patrick, 400 meters is not a middle distance event, sir. 400 meters is a sprint. It is the longest sprint event, right? It is no middle distance. Middle distance starts at 800 meters. Middle distance starts at 800 meters. 8 or 15 middle distance event. I mean, you cannot sprint the 400 meters. It is a sprinting event. It's how you distribute it. You cannot sprint the 100 meters. You can't sprint a full 100 meters. So yeah, said because you can't sprint a full 100 meters, it's not a sprinting event. You use anaerobic in 400, so it's not a something there. The 800 is close to becoming, yeah. But in the 800, you use aerobic capacity. In the 400, you don't use the aerobic capacity. Or you use a bit of it on the anaerobic. But 400 meters is a sprinting event. So Stephen Patrick, if you cannot sprint a full 100 meters, then that means the 100 meters is not a sprint then, because you don't sprint a full 100 meters. You reach maximum at 60. And then after you get into that, it's pretty much maintenance. Thank you for that reminder, Damian. So the blocks that they use in the 400 meters make it also a sprinting event. An event that doesn't use the block, not considered a sprint. So I hear what you're saying, Stephen, but you're wrong on this one. You're wrong on this one. Anybody else want to call in? Phone line open, you know, you can call in, you know. Who calling in? All right, I think that is it then. Gary Card will be doing the 200 meters come Tuesday. That is a good look for him. He's gonna be going in. I think Gary Card is mainly preparing for the World Under 20 Championship. I'm not even sure what is going to happen where his participation Commonwealth is. We're gonna be watching turn out. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yes, coach. How are you doing?
Doing well enough.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Loud and clear.
Yes. Good. I know before you sign off, we just tack on to the end of the this aviator, man.
Aviator?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say it again. Don't mix me. Do not mix me. Don't mix me.
No, I'm mixing you, but I'll talk to you offline. That's all right.
I don't stop me answer still.
Yeah. No, but just to add on to the conversation here about the 400, I think I'm using the current example of the man that is hot, Shippy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can run the events two different ways and get the same result. He's a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
I just pulled up the splits while you and other fellas having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Last year in Tokyo in the championship final, he ran 43.53, right?
Mm-hmm.
His first 200 was 20.56, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks ago in Paris, he ran 43.54, so pretty much the same time. But he was only 21.29. That's a big difference.
Hold on.
And then yesterday, some race, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, go. Sorry.
Yeah. And then on the weekend in Monaco, he was even slower. He was 21.47, which is considered slow, right? Because most of the top guys, going back, not even now, LaShawn Merritt, Warner, Michael Johnson, the typical is like 20.8, 20.9, maybe 21 flat, right? So he went all the way up on 21.47, right? And still managed to run as fast as he did. So I think there's different ways to distribute energy, right? And he's been playing with it, right? To find a way to improve his time. So it all depends on the athlete's capabilities, right? Obviously, athlete like Shippy is what you might call a speed-based quarter miler, right? Mm-hmm. She can run the 100 fast. He has speed. And they take somebody like the guy who's the Olympic champion there, Quincy Hall, right? Mm-hmm. He doesn't have speed. He came from a 1500 meter background.
So he's a strength base.
He's a strength man, right? And he himself tells you that. Last year in a press conference in that race, and if you realize he hasn't been good since that race in the Olympics, but he got himself injured because he tells you for him going under 21 seconds, even flat out, is very hard for him, right? So for him in that race to go in 20.8, I think was his first 200 in Paris in the Olympics. He was pushing his limits, whereas for a guy like Shippy, 20.8 is nothing, right? Mm-hmm. So it all depends, you got to look at the athletes. What is their base, so to speak, right? Their natural base from youth, right? Mm-hmm. So I think there's always been two ways to run the quarter. At the end of the day, the race is a sprint. It's a long sprint race, a sprint. So it always favors people with speed, right? Mm-hmm. Michael Johnson, Shippy, right? But occasionally you get a guy like Karani James who isn't that fast, right? Mm-hmm. Or you get a Quincy Hall, right? The race can go both ways, right?
But you remember I was saying when I was answering the question, persons were saying that he goes out slow. But I was saying that he stays with the field. Because the fastest man in the first 200 meters was not by far, was Ja'Cory Patterson, 20.95. Everybody else was in the 21 region. So he was right there with the puck. And that's what I was saying. The puck not leaving him. Even if he goes out slow, the puck is not leaving him. So he can always have a strong finish because he's right there with them. And he trusts his speed, his 9.8 speed, to move away from them. And they should be looking at it different. You can't allow Shippy to catch you in the straight because that speed endurance that he has is going to show up on them. He slows down.
And that's
slower than them.
Very little. Yeah, and in that last race there, that was, I kind of bit of fun there. I've been keeping track of the splits for years. Mm-hmm. That last 100 there, he ran 11.34, right? Ja'Cory, who ran a very good time himself, 43.9, right? It was only 12 flat. That's 0.7. 0.7 is huge, right? All right, that's a massive, massive difference, right? So the kid is, I mean, the kid is fantastic. But I'm not a Jamaican, but I know I've been looking at you guys and what you and the other caller was talking about. And I've been, it's always been a mystery to me as an outside looking in, right? Obviously, clearly, you guys have the coaching talent, right? And all these people, all these 100-meter runners, you guys are, especially on the men's side. For some reason, it's the men. Because you look at the women's side is more complete. You guys have obviously Shelly, Elaine, Sharika, on and on in 100. 200, Merlin, Comfort, Veronica, right? And you have Dejanay Oakley, Nakisha Price, and you watch Sharika at one point in time, etc. Yours guys, the female side for some reason is more complete. It's more balanced. When it comes to the men's side, it seems like the men don't want to run past 100. What is that? Right? Why do you think that is? Right?
Why I think what is what? I missed it just now.
That what do you think it is that the men? It seems to be more so the men that don't want to run the longer distances, because the Jamaican resume in the female side across all three sprints is more complete, right? Whereas the men after the 100, if you take away Bolt and Blake, there's nothing much to talk about. Like, we have to go all the way back to Donald Corey, talking to 2, and if you're talking to 4, well, Burt Cameron, and after that has been not much. No one has actually been really present on the world stage, whereas the women have always had someone on the world stage.
Well, when I talk about world stage, I talk about Gregory Hartney, I talk about Davian Clark, you talk about those athletes.
Okay, yeah, true.
Yeah,
but okay.
4x4. We might not be winning.
In the 4x4. Yeah, but I'm talking about individual. But someone like, are consistent, like, like with staying power. Because Davian Clark cut for 1-2 seasons, gone. A big boy run fast once, done. Right, and then it took him 8 years until last year before he ran fast again. Right. So what is it like? You look at the 200. All these years, and God bless the great Frano, right? So many guys just passed through his hand, excellent over 100 meters. But 19.9, I think Asafa is the fastest he's ever had over 2, and 4th just behind him in 1991, right? You would think, someone between Carter, all those guys who have come through, and 19.7 in there, 19.6, something at some point in time, and not only him, right? Between all the other coaches, right? So it's one of those things that always kind of baffle me from a distance. Why did the men can never seem to at least keep up with the women when it comes to anything above 100 meters?
You see, when it comes on to it's where the man them start make a little money. You can't really talk to them, Yeah, man. Remember, some men have innate leadership qualities in them, so them not really like TikTok. You have to really if females them easier to coach. And when we say easier to coach in terms of when you disseminate information, they will more listen to you. They ask them questions, They're kind of more. It kind of difficult to explain that they're easier because they're emotional, and if you're not in tune to that part, in order to deal with them, you might miss it too, When it comes on the technical side, the men will learn the technical part easier. But boy, I don't know. I can't answer. I don't know. I really don't know. Because I might be going in a conundrum there if I try to start explaining.
Try explain that. But last one for you. Last quick easy question. I know Gary Cart's supposed to run the 200 on Tuesday. Is that just? I know he had a medical exemption, right, at the trials. Is that just to prove it? Is that just to prove fitness before he goes to World Juniors, or do you think he's still going to the Commonwealth Games? But I personally don't think he should go to Commonwealth Games. I think to echo what Tobago said to go there a few weeks ago, he should at least beat his own age mate first, right? And conquer that hill before he moves on to something bigger like the Commonwealth. I think for him it'll be more of more eyes of the world, quite frankly, especially with that young fella Tate Taylor. The more eyes of the world will be on him there at the U20s versus going to the Commonwealth Games, because you have some pretty stiff competition there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hopefully.
he's okay, yeah. Right, because Commonwealth Games should have the guy who just won the NCs, Ajayi.
Mm-hmm.
Big boy there from Kenya. I just forget his name. No, none of Gazi. The man who's only run 9.7 in Kenya. His name just went from my head. The short one, man. The stocky.
You mean Omanyala?
Oh, Manyala, yes. Right? So, I mean, this year he's been pretty consistent. He's been run 9.9 almost every time he's been on the track, right? So, I mean, personally, I would like to see the young man go to the U20s. I think that'll be a very nice stepping stone. I think is my opinion. I think guys like with Ajayi and Omanyala, that may be a bridge too far for him yet, right?
Yeah.
And especially, I don't know, right? Whereas Tate Taylor he could beat Tate Taylor over 100. I think so, right? Because he has the mechanics and enough of a good enough start to hold him off long enough. By the time Tate Taylor picks up, the race is done, right? Whereas the 200, well, that's
his handlers will have to make that decision. I think the 200 might be a preparation to see where he's at. I'm not too certain.
True.
Because coming off your 995, want to probably go back in something explosive, so you want to go longer, to ensure that you don't meet upon any unforeseen situation or issue. So that might be the situation. I think I agree with the fact that them if you go and run with them age group until you get to me, I say. But again, the handlers, the coaches in the camp know what is happening. We are just onlookers thinking what we want and what we think best for them when they know what is really happening in the camp. You understand?
That's true, yeah. And plus, there's all the things that we don't know about, as I say, right? Contract and all that. Because right now he's running unsponsored, right? Just under the UTEC, UTEC banner, right? So. All those things. Wow.
So which country you represent?
Trinidad, brother.
Oh, that's why you come at me.
Trinidad, brother.
That's why you come at me, boy. Boy, that's why you come at me, boy.
Yeah, man. I don't know. You can't say the man of a trash start, man. You can't say that.
Man, trash, boy.
All right. If you think so. I don't think you could be a world indoor champion with a trash start.
Trash, boy. That is a part of his race that he needs to work on. And the end part. 2 part. Him not one of the quickest start. He might have a quick start over there, so but oblique leave him. So that's what I'm saying.
No, true. Yeah. Honestly, I think, and this is where I know, with Brahman as a coach, I think it will come. This is the youth first year, right? Because look, he's 3 years younger than Oblique. Look at where Oblique was 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So, and this is something as a guy who follows and stuff. If you look back at all of Brahman's athletes, right? Tyson Gay, Wallace Spearman, Veronica Campbell. This might be even Noah Lyles and Tyson Gay. Jordan Anthony might be the first athlete Brahman has ever gotten who has a naturally quick for a 60. Because almost all of Brahman's people are slow, relatively speaking, right? To the first 60. And they've all been finishers. Tyson Gay is a finisher. Veronica Campbell is a finisher. Noah Lyles is a finisher, right? Wallace Spearman, all these people. So it'd be interesting to see what Brahman is going to do with someone who has the part of the race that he usually has to spend so much time working on that is already 80-90% intact, right? There's still improvements every year, right? So,
but if
it'll be scary.
If he's gonna improve the end at the start, he's going to give enough. So, careful.
Maybe. Right? But I mean, Brahman, and he ain't a rookie coach either, right? So
no, man, he's a good coach, man. That man, a boss,
right?
man. I like.
Yeah. So It'll be interesting to see over the next few years what he does with him.
Yeah.
But all right, coach.
Yeah, man.
Bless talking to you,
Big up
man.
yourself. Me, I gotta make sure say me look out for you and I comment in a boy.
All the time. Yeah. All
You know,
right, sir. Enjoy
at
the rest
one
of your
point,
day.
me think you're the American, you know.
Yeah.
At one
Me,
point, me
no,
think
sir.
yeah, man, cause you have some very
Hey,
eccentric ways to put your argument there, you know. But anyways,
hey, I just put it for excitement as well.
all right, boss.
Mm.
Yeah, man, big
All
up
right,
yourself.
sir. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Blessings.
All right, people. So there we have Aviator. But like when the people am calling, you know, cause we kind of get to have a different outlook. That's why you see people. I don't really like to respond to comments in on the videos because sometimes you might misinterpret or misread what somebody said. You get what I say? And I don't like to have a back and forth in the chat because of misunderstanding. So if you don't feel like someone now respond to no comment, it is for that reason. Yeah? But me read all of them. Me read all of them. You get what I say? Anyways, we're gonna end the show right now if nobody else now calling. If you are calling, the number is right there before we end the show. Cosmic, our next Juliet, our next person want calling, you know. Juliet, you want calling. Females have ego too, you know. Don't get that wrong, you know. Female has ego as well. You have the male ego, you have the female ego. Don't believe that females don't have ego. A lot of times people misunderstand that. Yeah, man, the female them have ego too. But anyways, look like we're gonna end the show right now, cause me no hear Dorina calling, me no hear Julieta calling. So we're gonna end the show. But yeah, a good conversation tonight, people. Good conversation. Very good conversation. Again, Elaine will have a big test. Kadrian shocks the country. So some people have to just ease up off of the youth right now. You understand? A good NACAC representation by the athletes, the U18 and the U23. Gary Card going into the 200 meters. Want to see. Oh, Rashid Broadbell is going to be opening his season along with Tyler Mason. Lyston will be in this one. Jonielle will be in this one. Tina will be in this one. Quite a few Jamaicans will be there. I don't want to rehash the thing, but if you can go and watch a video I did on the matter, and you'll hear the preview of all the athletes who will be competing from a Jamaican standpoint. All right. So all the Jamaicans will be competing. I put it there. No, that's a different argument. Cosmic. What you say? You never have a calling? Why? Juliet, that's a different argument, you know. If one is way more egotistical than the other. But sometimes people believe that only males have ego. Is it me? What you say? You never have a calling? No, you know, me not like predict time though. Me not predict no time for big machine. A big machine I run up on a big field. That me I tell you. Cosmic, what you say? You never have a calling? Why? Why, Cosmic? Auntie Juliet, why? Why wouldn't you take up your phone and call in the program that you are always supporting? Talk to me. Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why. That's what the guru said as well. Which one I guru them attack, no? Me need some gears. What you have what you have, dads? You have a what you have? You have a 5-speed car. That same needs some gears. You have a 5-speed or a 4-speed. Which engine you have? B18 or B20? What you want? Steel clutch? I don't know. Steel clutch you want in a box, dads? I don't understand. You say you want some gears. When you say gears, I care, I think about it, man. Love a fast machine, them, you know. Yeah, man, I love a fast machine, them. All right, folks. I want to say, which team are you bringing to your World Cup? Which team are your World Cup team? I bet I'm going to play some FIFA, you know, because nobody else now calling. I'm going to play some FIFA. Sheikah, what go on? Big up yourself. G. Ferran said France. No, so look how much France are come out. That same team lost. That sound like Belgium. Look on France. Brazil get knocked long time. Stop watch World Cup. Oh my word. You're not a ball supporter then, Berto. Hey, and I said, no, one team you can't have. No Argentina, no Spain. One team. One team. What kind of Dutch party have, man? The France people ain't enough, you know. Argentina. Lisa Brown, what go on? Hey, France team hard to beat still about. They say Argentina. The man, they have 3 games back to back with 3 tough games in them, man. I can have as many. No. When you come on to World Cup, you have to pick one team. Not this wagon thing. If one drop out, you're gone for the next one. No. You're not a real football fan. English underdog. No, sir. Just watching now and caring about it. My team, Brazil, drop out. France for the win. France now play, but England beating Argentina like Falklands War. One team, now. What kind of fumble double thing you going with that? Pick 2 team. So if one drop out, oh, my team's still in there. Nah. No, my bed me asleep on. Me not sleep on England. Me not sleep on no England. My bed. Onika say her team. Onika sound like she a Dutch team, you know. Some people have whole for teams still, you know, because different ballers play on different team, you know. But I know me that. My team, one team. So my buy my gear them ready for World Cup in a man. And say, yo, we are roll out. Heartbroken. Jeez, broken. You mean Onika? Hold on, since 1982? So you're 70s baby, Onika, or 60s baby? Because that's the only way that know about them team there. Oh, so that's why you support enough team. No, it's not my team, this. You never see me no other. If I'm not in the English Premier League, this team, in a different country team. About Algie. Carla, you're live on the show.
Yes, coach is this. How you doing?
Not too bad now. What we for calling now?
It's alright. I'm not going to give him my name because me used to jeer the J3 and the JFF. Me used to give them acronyms seminar.
So you want to call it too?
No, I'm not going to call it. Me, you're talking about the football. Just want to tell the other callers them say when it come to football, France is the team to beat. No one not going to beat France.
Okay. France, I got France.
Yeah, even though them say FIFA means fix it for Argentina, it's still not gonna work.
A full argument that still.
No, because guess what? If you have been watching the football, what you recognize is that
all I game them, man. The only time I watch all I game them, I when them have 3-4 games I play at one time. But me just choose one.
Yeah, I choose France even before the World Cup start. But what I'm actually saying, if you
sound like listen.
Yeah, but when you watch the football and you look at France, you look at Argentina and Spain and all those teams, the fact of the matter is when Egypt lost that match, it had to do with the refereeing in the sense that if you notice any Argentinian that is being touched is a foul, therefore it forced Egypt to back off and play defensive. And if it's a 50-50 tackle, then Argentina can get the benefit. Even the VAR, remember what's my match, even the VAR, the Argentina side. When any team that play against Argentina has 13 people and can't lose. They have the ref and have VAR. Messi's 39-year-old. They want him win the World Cup, crime going out. Well, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen this time.
So you think FIFA the on the field play for them too?
No. Notice how many countries have written as far as the FIFA president is concerned concerning certain situation and certain of the matches that has been played. Yeah, man.
You see you see how me look on it still. You see this conspiracy thing, me not too subscribe to it, you know. Honestly. You have some questionable call in the World Cup, and it's not only Argentina game. And based on what we are seeing, sometimes the people don't understand the rule of the game. So because you don't understand the rule of the game, you tend to be one-sided. Remember, a lot of rules have been adjusted in this World Cup, you know. So sometimes we go by the olden rule and make it seem as if it's a referee. Yo, Egypt dash for that game then. Nobody can tell me nothing. Me I lead 2-0 in a 79 minute. And me I go talk about referee. Lock shop.
No. That had nothing to do with the referee. Egypt beat again for true. Me admit that Egypt beat it. Because when you're playing football, if you have a team down 2-0, they don't play defensive. You always attack. Keep the opposing team under pressure. They allowed Argentina to score 3 goals in 13 minutes. No man, something wrong. But even as a matter of fact, even though we defend France, I wanted an African team. As a matter of fact, I want a team who have not won the World Cup yet to win it.
But that now got happen.
No, it not go happen. Not go happen.
Leave a winner already.
And that's right.
So your prediction now come true.
Yes, man. Coach, from 2010, I've been predicting World Cup champions then.
So
I've lost one time. I've lost one time. Hold on, listen. I've lost one time. I lost the last World Cup. I defend France against Argentina, and I lost. That's the only time I've lost. I said to one of my friends, I don't know if I'm good or I'm lucky. Doesn't matter. France can win this World Cup.
Yeah, France are the team to beat us. No.
Even though Spain are the favorite, but it's gonna be a good match.
France are the favorite, man. Where you get Spain be favorite over France?
Well, some of the bookmakers they carry France, so I know most of them are carry France. No one expect Argentina to win because I think them hardest match gonna be against England. Gonna be a tough match. Because them defense, we can see through it. And England can capitalize on that. As a matter of fact, England can remember the match with Maradona and them. And I said, no, we can't allow it to happen again.
I said, I'm going to go for revenge.
You know what? Was a bit twice shy. Maradona humiliate them and embarrass them. I said, no, they can't afford it. But by the way, you're talking about track and field. When is Elaine running again? They said the mean machine.
Tuesday.
Which event is that?
The Budapest Continental Tour.
Oh, and who is she going up against? You said some big names.
Julian Alfred, Tina Clayton, Jonielle Smith, Brianna
Wow, yeah, that's gonna be a rough. Well, it's a 1-half race. So guess what? I think I heard Chambers said the other day, but it's true, and I'm saying better about Elaine running only one match, but him say don't consider Elaine to be the mean machine. Consider her to be the smart machine. I was listening to him. Yeah, him said she running the one races to build up herself and everything. She's not gonna run 2 races, so that's why she's going to the one event. Yeah. Very smart.
Yeah, man.
But I don't know if Elaine she's not gonna reach by the peak that she was at first. I don't think so, no.
No, that's hard to reach, man. Remember say
yeah.
Now one time now to reach up certain peak, you know.
And Julian is a very serious contender because notice she don't smile when she did the starting block. Serious. That is not smile on her face.
Yeah, nothing for smile about business that come.
No man, I always say it's all about business, man. All about business.
You smile when your race done. When you finish work.
Well, like a young girl impressed me though. Haj, she's some P man web. She in the future, she's the future. She is the future. Yeah, she is the future, man. She's very dangerous.
Definitely.
Where's your other counterpart, Fabian? Where is he?
Fabian Debot, man.
Him having one podcast?
No. Fabian is a busy man. he had different things to him portfolio, you know?
He get promotion.
It looks so.
And my wife asked me the other day, we were watching, I said, but really, coach just don't him used to have another guy there. I say, yes, he used to have Fabian, but apparently, I don't know if it's only Olympics or something come in. So So, so no, him not there again.
Yeah, man, Fabian good though. He might have some things that work one.
Me listen to your concerning track and field and this guy from Trinidad. I was listening to you guys. But what I have recognized that even the Africans them know running are coming into the 100 and the 200 and the 400. Yeah, man. Yeah. Nobody running. They're hardly running 5,000 and all them race there again. You know what to say? It's the Europeans them take that over now. The British and all them people start do them things there. Everybody want to be recognized now, so they're coming down to the sprint.
Yep.
and that's where the money is. So.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna end the show now, but big up yourself.
Yeah, man. No.
Even though you're not tell who you be, but that's how you go. Yeah.
All right. I can't. Maybe give me your last name. Shadows.
Shadows. All right. Big up yourself, Shadows.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right.
External, and that's what I asked Fabian last year. Yeah, last time I came, I think I was a Cornwallian old boy.
Yeah, man. Fabian a Cornwall old boy. All right. Big up.
But me listen to your show all the while, man. Bless up.
Yeah,
Some
man,
very good argument.
Yeah, man. Respect. Appreciate it.
All right then. Yeah, man. Go ahead then.
Big up. All right, people. Big up yourself. We have come to the end of the show. Shadows was the last call. Of course, you know, throughout the week, we're going to give you updates on anything that is happening. All right, so look out for Tuesday. Try to break down that 100 meters or that meet itself. Because some of these events are going to be epic. All right, so look out. Bless up yourself. Until next time, stay safe. Peace out.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.